Here is a detailed list of ingredients for your easy reference, and for additional written instructions, please see the link in the description box below. For the first step in the process, we will need 2 tablespoons of oil. We will use about 3 cups of onions, about 8 black peppercorns, 4 cloves, 2 small, about an inch long sticks of cinnamon, 2 large cardamoms, these are black cardamoms, and after roasting these I'm going to pick the seeds out of them. And this is green cardamom, these are about 3 that have been peeled and the seeds have been separated. So for the rest of the ingredients, we are going to use garam masala, bay leaves, coriander powder, cumin powder, kasuri methi, these are fenugreek methi leaves which have been dried. This is Kitchen King, so it is similar to garam masala, but it has a slightly different mix of spices and just gives a different taste to your curry. And then for the heat, I'm going to use this Kashmiri lal powder or Kashmiri red chili powder. This is not a very spicy chili. It actually has a very brilliant red color, and it provides a natural coloring to the gravy, so you don't have to add any food colors. You can also add just regular chili powder if you want to make it spicy, but this gravy is not very spicy, so we're going to use this chili powder for this gravy. So we are going to make a mixture of the spices. We will use 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 2 teaspoons of this red chili powder, so that's 1 and 2. We will use half a teaspoon of our cumin powder and half a teaspoon of our coriander powder. Add a spoon of Kitchen King masala and some water and make a paste. I have cut up my vegetables. I'm going to use green beans and carrots, peas, green peas, cauliflower. Each of these are about 1 cup. I did not have fresh cauliflower or peas, so I'm using frozen ones here. And I have used about 5 mini bell peppers or 2 large bell peppers and 3/4 of a large onion. So this is about 1.5 cup of onion, which is diced into big pieces. And same thing with the bell peppers. I would have preferred green bell peppers, but I did not have those on hand. And then we have 1 slab of paneer. This is about 100 grams of paneer, which I have again diced into small cubes. I'm heating up 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan. This is hot now, so I can add in my onions. I'm going to cook the onions till they're softened and well cooked, and then add my whole spices, and then cook the onions and the spice mixture till the onions are well browned. So our onions are now cooked, and now they're starting to brown, and this is the time to add our whole spices in. As you can see, our onions are very well browned, and this actually caramelizes the onions and makes it sweeter. We have our black cardamom here, which I'm going to open up and just pick up the seeds out of this. So I've heated up 1 teaspoon of ghee or clarified butter. And I'm going to fry our paneer in this pan fry and let it brown on all the sides. So our paneer is well cooked, and next I'm going to cook in the same pan. I'm going to cook all our vegetables. In the same hot pan, I'm going to add our carrots and beans and give them a stir fry, cook them for a few minutes. And then I'll add in the peas and the cauliflower. They are not going to require to be cooked as long because they are frozen, so they will cook much faster. I have a mixture made here of the spice powders and salt. So I've taken half a teaspoon of each of the spice powders, the garam masala, kitchen king masala, cumin powder, coriander powder, the red chili powder, Kashmiri chili powder, and salt. And I'll be adding this to my vegetables to season them. Finally, I'll cook the bell peppers and onions in the same pan after this is done. Pan is hot. I've added some more oil to it, and I'm going to add in my onions and bell peppers and stir fry them till they are a little bit cooked, and then we'll mix all the vegetables together. So our pepper and onion mixture is done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all these vegetables, and there's paneer underneath, all into this. Now let's make our gravy. So our onions are very nicely brown. I have removed the peel of our black cardamom, and now we're going to blend this into a puree along with some more ingredients. For this, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, which I have soaked them in a little bit of water. This is about a couple of inches of ginger, and this would be about a tablespoon of ginger, and I have 7 large cloves of garlic, which is a tablespoon or tablespoon and a half of garlic. And for our remaining ingredients for our gravy, we are going to use bay leaves. We are going to use this paste of all the spice powders that we made earlier, and about 1.5 cup of tomato puree. And these are 3 tomatoes that I just put through the food processor. So I've added 2 teaspoons of oil in our pan. It's the same one I used to brown the onion. I'm going to add our bay leaves and saute them for a minute or 2. And then I'm going to add our paste in. So our bay leaves have been roasting for a minute or so, and they're getting really fragrant. So now I'm going to add our paste in. And this is our browned onion paste along with the pumpkin seeds and the ginger and the garlic. And instead of pumpkin seeds, to make it even richer, ideally you would want to use cashew nuts. So this has been cooking for a few minutes. It's starting to boil, and now I'm going to add our tomato puree in. So I have been cooking this tomato paste on medium-high flame for 25 minutes. It does take a while to reduce it. As you can see, it is now reduced, it's become thick, and we are ready to add our spice paste. So I'm going to thin it out by adding water to our gravy. I'm going to add salt. This is about a teaspoon of salt. We have already added salt to our vegetables, so I will taste this before adjusting the salt further. And then these are our cooked vegetables and paneer mixture, which I'm going to add. And look at the color. This helps retain the color of all the vegetables, the separate cooking, and it keeps them crisp and without overcooking them. So you're not boiling them in the gravy for a long time, but they are still very flavorful. So there we go. And I'm going to give it a quick mix. I will cook them till they're heated through. And if you remember, this is called Paneer Chingari, and the whole concept is to add a smokiness to this gravy. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use a piece of charcoal to do that. This is my method of heating it up to get that smoky flavor. So I've been heating this charcoal brick on this iron pan for a bit. You can see it's starting to get really hot. And what I'm going to do now is place this steel bowl in my gravy in the center. I need to have a lid that can cover it. And then I'm going to take this charcoal brick and then put it into that bowl and add a spoonful of ghee on it to create the smoke. And I'm going to cover this for 10 to 15 minutes. So now it has been infused with a smoky flavor. I'm going to remove this from the curry and I'm going to add our kasuri methi to this. It's about a tablespoon of kasuri methi. Stir it in and the curry is done.
It's good, but spicy, and it's good spicy.